Hello, Metalhead Nation. Welcome back to another video. I said last time that I was going to step away from Godsmack for a little, and I am. This is a song that I actually literally just found today. It's 5 in the morning, so I found this around 3. It's Backhand by Max Diaz. A little flashing light warning there. Max Diaz is... I saw it I actually found this song on TikTok, and one of the comments said, cowpunk was the genre of this, and I kind of like that, actually. You can see he wears a cowboy hat like I do, so I can see why they'd say cowpunk. Yeah, see, Max Diaz is a cowboy who transcends the boundaries between realism and nihilism. He creates... I'm not reading all that. You can read it on your own if you want to. But, I was saying before I actually got going with this that it's probably going to get demonetized because of the album cover. Not that I get monetized anyways because it's a new channel. I'm not going to make any money off this anyways, and it's going to get copyright struck. I guarantee it. All my videos are. Anyways, this is literally the first I've heard of this one, and I heard it literally a couple hours ago for the first time, and I loved it. It's a heavier song. It is a screamy, sort of like a crash out song, pretty much, and I love those. It's not like a rock song like the When Legends Rise album I covered recently. This one's more loud, in your face, screamy, and I love that kind of music. It's my absolute favorite genre of metal music. When it involves just screaming and anger and rage and all that, I just love it. It's easy to mosh with, kick someone in the chest and hope they get up. Anyways, let's check this out. Backhand by Max Diaz. Oh yeah, when you hear that, it's gonna be awesome. You can really just hear that that guttural style of guttural feeling of anger in his voice, and I love that. It actually feels like he's screaming from anger. And who knows, he might be. He very well could be. Oh yeah. Here it comes. Get ready for it. The scream is coming. All right, that was Backhand by Max Diaz. Diaz. I'm not sure why I said it like that. But yeah, it's an amazing song that I instantly loved. The thing that got me to actually look for it was the scream, because it was just a clip of the scream on TikTok, and I instantly loved it. Um, if I had to pick something I didn't like about it, it would be that the vocals in it are nice. I like the sound of the vocals. It's just it's the same vocal sound over and over again throughout the entire song. It's that kind of echoey song. And I've always been one to love when screamers mix in the like clean vocals like Corey Taylor does. Especially in Unsainted. And I think Psychosocial did that. Where he switches from like the loud guttural screaming to the to the clean, like the clean, really easy to hear, easily understandable vocals. I always loved that, and I kind of wish this song had a little bit more of that in it. Other than that, can't really think of anything I don't like. It's a good song. I've always been one to love when people scream in songs. I mean, not like all genres, of course. So like if Taylor Swift or Jason Aldean or something just screamed in, just like just fucking screamed in the middle of a song, it would feel a little weird. It's like you hear the like the banjo and the techno music, and then it's like and it's like that's not something that I would expect to hear, or probably even like. But I was like, scared me a little. I'm awake now. Anyways, Max Diaz, I will always like to support the newer artists. I actually searched for it on YouTube originally because I had to get Spotify set up again, and it said it came out 1 month ago. So this is a fairly new song. So I will always support newer artists and the smaller artists because they're trying to get started, and once they really get started is when their really good music starts coming out. And when someone is this good, when they're a brand new artist on the scene, any sort of musical scene, when their stuff is this good to start with, there's two outcomes. And I'm hoping for the first one. The first one is they not only carry that nice iconic sound of theirs through their career, but it only improves. It doesn't necessarily get worse. The second outcome, which I really hope doesn't happen with this guy, is they start out sounding really nice, and once the corporate labels get to them, they start getting worse. They start getting worse, and they sound worse. It's just a downhill slide. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Because once that happens, you're up shit creek without a paddle, and you start losing listeners, and nobody really likes you anymore. But that rarely ever happens. I don't think I've ever heard that happen with a popular band, obviously, because they're popular. But yeah, I'm hoping this guy just carries through. He doesn't have to change much. I think if he just keeps going for a little until a new sound finds him, then he'll be set, really. I feel like a lot of people are gonna like this guy once he starts getting really, really big. He's kind of like Austin Snell. No, Austin Cooper, I think. The guy that does the country mashups. He had to start on TikTok too, and he's gotten really popular and really big. He's not one that I like. And we're not talking about country. We're not talking about country. Yeah, so anyways, I like this. It's a nice song. It's one of the heavier ones. It's kind of like a crash out song, really. It's got that raw, like, anger and rage. And I mean, I can tell that a little bit of it isn't pure rage and aggression. And that's all right. It's a song recording. You're not supposed to be like fuming when you do those, unless you're like Phil Collins and your wife pisses you off and you drop an absolute banger at the studio in 20 minutes. But other than that guy, it doesn't really work for him. It doesn't. When you're so angry that you can't form coherent sentences, it doesn't necessarily sound good. It sounds loud, and a lot of people think that louder equals better, and in some cases it does. But in other cases, it's just overwhelming, it's deafening, and it's just not good. But this one is really nice. I like this one. It's that perfect balance of anger and rhythm. You know, it's not like thrash metal where it's like everything all at once and everything kind of hurts now. Like, hey mom, look what I can do. You know, it's not one of those. It's not the heaviest thing I've ever heard, but then again, it's not the lightest thing I've ever heard either. You know, it's a nice blend between my eardrums are bleeding and my skull is vibrating, and I could fall asleep to this. But to be fair, I can fall asleep too. Slaughter to Prevail and Paleface Swiss. So, I mean, I guess I don't really have a dog in that fight, but regardless, it's a nice song. I like it. Not too much about it that I don't really like. Anyways, Metalhead Nation, that is going to do it for this video. It's a bit of a shorter one. I'm trying to cut these down a little. I noticed my last one was a little bit longer. If you have suggestions for another song you want me to check out, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. If you have any other songs that you really want me to check out, just let me know, and I'll be happy to get to them. And if you have another smaller artist, like a niche artist like this, please suggest it. I'm always looking for some newer artists, because, you know, after a while of listening to Metallica over and over again, it does start to get a little repetitive. So I am looking to constantly find some new stuff to add to my playlist. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Stay headbanging. Love y'all.